The heck? I'm holding forward and tapping A. And holding A. It's like, come on, game. Respond.
You seen the serpent? You seen the serpent?
You bet your ours I seen the serpent. Thing was horrifying.
Where was it?
Just out past the breakwater. Came up to the surface to have a look, then plunged right back down again. The parts I saw was 30 feet. Who knows how much remained underwater?
Alright. So... apparently it's a very large... monster. Or whatever you want to refer to it as. There's no conversation to listen to over here. There's nobody over here.
Jack say there's an old man that's always around when the beast appears.
Jack say a lot of things.
But there's B one, I believe. They say he commands the thing.
Some old man ordering a cracking about? What a bunch of fluff.
Dunno, mate. A lot of men I trust spin the same yarn.
That would be pretty cool, though. Be able to control a Kraken. That would be pretty awesome. Alright. Actually. Alright, so I have 2 or 3 eavesdrops. There was another one that was showing up, but it didn't. It just completely disappeared after I got that second. Oh, there we go.
You hear the serpent weaver died?
The old thief's buried not far from here. Man was up a light. Good riddance. That old fellow people said called the Kraken bought the farm not long ago. Nobody's seen the beast since.
So it was true then.
Didn't say that. Maybe you could ask his widow. She won't leave his grave.
Huh. Alright, so apparently a lot of people believe there's an old man that was able to communicate with the Kraken. And it would listen to his own commands, but he passed away. Yeah, that would be pretty cool, though. I'd like to... That would be awesome to be able to control a beast like that. Be a great ally to have.
Get down now!
And there's a Kraken in Assassin's Creed 2, but as an Easter egg.
You come to pay your respects. You're the first. He didn't have many friends. People just didn't understand. He was a good trader, a good husband. I never wanted for anything.
Alright, well. Not a lot of people really liked him. Okay, so I'm gonna investigate his workshop. Get some more clues. Hold. Sea monster found. Mystery of the American sea monster solved. New tale is available in the Assassin's Creed database. Or Animus database. The American sea monster. The American sea monster. Boone. I'm not one for sailing, but I know it's out there. Some call it a kraken. Others just a sea monster. They say it's 50 feet long if it's an inch, and it rolls ships for sport. You won't find me out on the high seas searching for the beast. That's a guarantee I can give you. But it's a riddle that needs solving. And then Connor's reply. People across Boston spoke of seeing the monster. Reports varied in the details, but most agreed that it was long and black and only appeared in the presence of an old man. Turns out the creature was the old man himself, diving in the water with a contraption that allowed him to breathe while submerged. The machine itself was as startling as any monster, but it poses no danger to ships. Okay. So it just turns out to be, yeah, scuba diving gear, like early scuba diving gear. Never did look into the rest of these. The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Boone. A pair of our more ambitious adventurers set out a few weeks back and have yet to return. Find out what befell our friends. Connor replies, I had happened across an encampment belonging to the two adventurers. The scene was grisly. My thoughts were of highwaymen or war parties, but as I searched the area, the truth of their fates came clear. A fight broke out between them. Vicious, one of the men drawing a blade and stabbing the other. Then he set out for home, but he received justice of a kind before long, as he was attacked and killed by a wolf. Here we are. The Sasquatch. Boone. It stands upright, as a man, but its whole body is covered in a thick pelt. Its gait is slow and lurching. I've seen it with my own two eyes. It's clever, always at a distance, or with something between us. Like it knows where I'm gonna be before I get there. Things go missing where it goes. That much is certain. All manner of trinket. Took a man's prize buck antlers clear off his cabin wall. Takes kills out of traps too. Wrenching them open with his big mitts. Somebody should find it and bring back its head for the world to see. Connor replies, I found the beast Boone spoke of, covered in fur head to toe, whereas the tales of his wits and bent for theft are true, those of him being a monster are not. He is just a man who chooses to live in solitude. As for the missing property, I might suggest being more careful. American Sea Monster had covered that. The Haunted Lighthouse. Boone. I'd been out in the pucker brush for 6 weeks. Game was scarce in the area, and my belly needed filling. So I broke for the coast and some crab or lobster from the tide pools. That's when I saw it. A lighthouse said to have been abandoned years ago, but it was fires a burning. Then the sound happened, a moaning in the wind. My heart crept up my throat, so high I could taste it. Just then, a 10-point buck startled and took after it. Got the buck, but never went back to the lighthouse. Spirits in there, I wager. I challenge any man to venture nearby. Then Connor. I went to the lighthouse and it was abandoned, among the debris left by its previous occupant. I found nothing more than a scarecrow. There are no spirits up there. None that must be feared at any rate. See, a lot of these fables ended up just being easily explained. Except for this one. The Headless Horseman. Boone. I've never seen him myself, but I've heard the stories from here to Kentucky. A German mercenary, Hessians, they call him, was fighting a battle when a cannonball took his head clean off. His whole battalion was routed, and they lost the encounter. But the lad didn't die. He'd been watering the bush on horseback around the battlefield ever since, searching for his head, chasing innocents when he sees them, taking their domes for his own. He wears a pumpkin for a head now, until he finds what he's looking for. Like I said, I haven't seen him, but I have seen the bodies he leaves lying about, headless and grotesque. God rest their souls. And Connor's reply, I found the Headless Horseman. The story said his taking human heads are no fable, but he was a man. Okay, so he dresses as he wears a pumpkin, but he's just a normal man. But he does take heads. That's crazy. And he's definitely a serial killer. That much is true. But yeah, a lot of these fables just end up being like easily explained. That one is not so much easily explained though. I mean, this guy is clearly a psycho. Killing with no discretion. Alright, so we got a little bit more collectibles to get around here. Then we got some side missions I want to go through. Am I climbing? Did I just climb the ladder sideways? Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, that was weird. Okay, where's this? Okay. Alright. I can already get a head start on this almanac page. When you find an almanac page, you need to make sure you approach it from like the right angle. Otherwise, it could be far more difficult to obtain.
Are you mad? Get down!
Or Richard's Almanac, Volume 2, complete. Alright, what do we have now? I think I have most of the collectibles up to this point. Oh, that appears to be everything. I just got side missions. I'm gonna hold off on the naval missions for the time being. Let's do another frontiersman mission. I actually really enjoy them. There's usually some kind of mystery that I gotta try to solve. So we got frontiersman mission, couple delivery request, assassination contract, homestead mission, and then I also got a mission for the Boston Brawlers. Oh yeah, whoops. So first off, let's go ahead and do this frontiersman mission. What? No, I don't think I went out of the map. I think my camera just like went through like the... Yeah, my camera seemed to went through the building. I didn't go anywhere though. The character's positioned remained in the same area. That's not really a camera issue. That was weird positioning issue. The game thought I was probably moving forward or something. I don't know. Okay. Unidentified flying object. Here we go.
first time I saw the light was back in Boston. I was trading my biggest take of the season when the fire rose behind Beacon Hill. Went straight up in the night sky, past the moon. Then it was gone. I wasn't alone. Those next to me had their heads cocked the same, craned as far back as it could go, mouths agape. Couldn't tell you what it was, but I can tell you it wasn't of this earth.
Investigate the source of the UFO. Alright. Alright, so up in the trees. Now I just gotta figure out where I gotta start the climbing. Here. What? Oh. Wouldn't even let me climb there. It just made me drop. There we go.
Another flustered midget.
An umbrella? Really? That was what you guys were worried about? Alright. The UFO. The first time I saw the... Okay, so... yep. Boone already kind of went over all the details there. Alright, Connor. This image sky is the talk of Boston. However, my investigation revealed that the source is most certainly of this earth. Nothing more than an umbrella reflecting moonlight among in the trees, coupled with imagination and gossip. Of course. Okay. So after all it just ended up being an umbrella. You guys are stupid. That was anticlimactic. That was actually the last Frontiersman mission as well. This is a Homestead mission. he gonna do anything?
Thank you, my friend. They had a little too much beer and didn't like the sound of my voice. I was only talking to that girl.
Your accent is unfamiliar. Where are you from?
North of here. Province de Quebec.
And what brings you to Boston?
I am a miner by trade, but it's hard to find work. People don't listen to me because of my accent.
It might be our meeting was fate. I hail from a village just a few miles north of here. There are the beginnings of a mine. I do not know what is in there, but you might find what you are looking for within.
I'll come have a look. If there is something good, maybe we'll talk, eh?
Oh, it all disappeared. Minerals such as iron ore are now available from Norris. Alright, cool. Those guys are assholes. They didn't like his accent. Well, I mean, it makes sense for the time period. A lot of people don't really have people who don't react, or people in like time period like these, like this is like the 1700s. They didn't really like other races or other accents or cultures because they didn't really understand them. There was a lot of intolerance. Alright, well. A couple delivery requests to Boston Brawlers, assassination contract. Go ahead and do a courier mission. North Boston letters. Okay. He didn't even say anything, he just waved his arms around. I wish the game would give me some context. Like, you know, so and so, like, with like 3 letters need to be delivered or something like that. Instead the quest giver just says, or has very brief dialogue, or just waves her arm around, apparently. This takes away from the immersion, that's all. Minor gripe, but there's a lot of little things that doesn't make sense to me in this game. Yeah, so see, from what I saw on the map, it's 4 letters I need to deliver. You don't really get much from these courier missions either. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, no problem. So there we go. Now it says that I've delivered 1 of 4. But yeah, all I'm saying though is if they're not going to voice quest givers telling you what to do, they could at least put on the screen like some kind of text or whatever, what you have to do. And then like it used to be, whenever you did like a side mission, markers would show up on your mini map and where to kind of lead you where to go. Just seems like the game's a bit incomplete.
Thank you. Bless you all this day.
Okay. Got some turkeys. This is the last letter I gotta deliver. 500 pounds. Well, I guess that's faster money than looting bodies. Well, killing guards or just enemies and looting them. I mean, there's that. Alright, so we have delivery request, assassination contract, Boston Brawlers.